patterns reality works within. In a sense, this is similar to a lot of what modern science and chemistry have been able to do in themselves. They have understood how the fundamental world works around them and then manipulated it within its own rules to get it to a place that you would have been executed for in the Dark Ages. And if I'm able to convince you about Bigfoot, then what could be possible if someone really tapped into the patterns of the world around us? Ascension Blacklist is implying that there are some people who will not be allowed to ascend to the next plane of existence. Think about it this way: if souls do exist as these eternal entities, and if things like reincarnation exist, then who's to say that some can't remember past instances or have a greater understanding of the world around us? So obviously, these people who may have a higher plane of knowledge than the rest of us could have grudges against people here on Earth. Ascension Blacklist is postulating that perhaps the purpose of secret societies like the Illuminati, or insert other creepy shadow government thing, is to decide who will and will not be allowed in eternity. Getting into theories like this is fun because there's entire things talking about the NPCs from earlier, how they are used specifically to target the people who have been blacklisted, and that in some cases the people who have been blacklisted can be such a positive influence to those NPCs that they get back on the entry list. But the short of it for this video is saying that secret societies or secret organizations who have a better understanding of the eternity and of the human soul have a say in who is and is not allowed in. Oikiosis, and according to the internet that is how it's pronounced, I looked one up this time, is closely related to ideas of Stoicism. So without getting into hundreds of years of philosophizing, Stoicism is essentially the idea that the purpose of life is a perfection of the human soul. In other words, life itself is a sort of test for how one will be judged in the afterlife. Now, if you're familiar with most religions, this isn't a crazy far out there concept, or at least you've heard of it before. However, oikiosis is where the interesting part comes in. Oikiosis is roughly translated to relation or someone's relationship with